Truckers.
Welcome to Pirates of Drinax. We will be picking up where we left off last week. These guys have jumped into an empty hex following some 2,000-year-old coordinates that they had previously liberated quite some time ago from uh, the planet designated BT-SHT 365, also known as Vimarta. And these coordinates led to this empty hex. It was supposed to be a rendezvous point for for the Petrovsky's carrier group, and the idea being that once everybody met here, they would reconvene and head off to locations unknown. I they're not sure if they had already had a plan or if they were going to try to make the plan once they met up. Nobody knows because evidently nobody that they know of left here. They have arrived. They have discovered that the system is there is a small planetary system that is orbiting a small black hole of a single solar mass, and there is a large debris field of destroyed ships, and so they have moved towards that debris field. Before we get started, we'd like to thank one of the friends of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They are just products that we really like. And tonight, we would like to thank Dogmight Games. Dogmight Games makes beautiful wooden tabletop accessories for your games, such as custom DM screens, player vaults, dice vaults, dice towers, pretty much anything you could possibly imagine that you could make out of wood. They can customize it, and they've got it for your tabletop. If you order a customized item, it usually takes about 6 to 8 weeks from the time of purchase to ship to you. But they have a lot of items that they keep in their in-store inventory that are ready to go. All of them are beautiful, so they're great if you're trying to go for a gift idea and you just don't really know what that person would like. And those items usually ship in 1 to 2 business days, so I highly recommend checking their inventory.
If you don't know what the person wants, you can always send them a Porsche 911.
Yes, right, yeah, that works. So, if you have been on the fence about ordering something like that, we do have a code that is good for 10% off their entire site. Just put whatever you're going to order into your cart. When you check out, use the code FRIEND in all capital letters, and that will net you 10% off your purchase. We also have a merch store via Zazzle. If you want to help us out, 100% of the proceeds from that store goes directly into the channel and helps us pay for things like the Roll20 subscription and Incarnate and things like that. Yes, 100% of those proceeds go back into the channel. So, we've got hoodies and T-shirts, and there's a blanket, and there's now poster maps and a beer stein. So yeah, check it out, and if you want to help us out, we appreciate anything that you can do for us. So, where we left off, you guys were, Captain Beth had set course, and you guys were taking the long way around, kind of trying to. Well, I mean, there's really nothing to really avoid, but you were taking the long way around. You wanted to stay as far away from that fucking black hole as possible. I know that. I mean, that probably weirds you out pretty good.
Yeah.
But like I said, so your sensors are reading. I mean, the ship's alarms and everything. The other thing that should be reminded is that there is a lot of background gamma radiation in the system, to the point where it is. What did I say? I think I said. Where'd it go? There it is.
It's becoming prudent for us to take some radiation prevention medicine.
Yeah, it's 1D times 100 per hour outside. And so, I mean, it's really quite like the inside of a microwave oven in there, out there. Yeah, it's bad. So your ship sensors, the alarms were going off, and warning klaxons and temperature gauges and all manner of hey, pay attention to me, kind of flashing lights were going off. And you know, Cameron's seatbelt light was going off, and there was a dinging from an open car door somewhere. It was mass pandemonium. And so, yeah, I could see. But your sensors have come back, Ting. You're reading. So this, the more you look at your sensor readings, the weirder this shit gets. So, like I said, this black hole is a single solar mass. It was a it was a dwarf star, or it is about the size of a dwarf star. So it's about the solar mass of Sol. It's not, which explains why there's, and it does. You're not picking up any evidence of that this thing went giant or supernova because there's still bodies orbiting it.
You know, Captain Beth or anybody really, do we have anybody that has, some sciences that might apply to this a little bit better? I mean,
Well, here's one. If Sol was to turn into a black hole, it would be 3 kilometers in diameter. It's
I mean,
a pretty small black hole.
Yeah, but it's still
It's
a
still got
second
the
black
mass of
hole.
Earth. That's all.
well, all right. How about this then? I wanna use jack of all trades, and then my education
Okay.
to do some interplanetary sciences.
Okay, so that.
I mean,
Yeah, I know what you're going for. Let me take
I
a
can-
look here.
I can get a 1 in the planetary sciences.
You
hey,
can?
well then,
Yeah.
why don't I
Okay.
use a leadership role to fucking inspire you to do that?
All
Can
right,
we-
sounds great.
Can we do that? Can I give a little
Yeah, give us a
inspiring speech?
speech, team.
Yeah, it is
You
so
can do it,
important.
man. You can do it. Yeah.
So yeah, I would
Who can? Who
I
can?
would say that this would fall under the broad skill of space sciences. So, what does I guess?
How about
carbon-
that? How about that, motherfucker?
Okay.
How about that
Damn.
for a leadership role or
That's
whatever kind of
inspiring as hell.
man? It's imperative that you look in and find out what's going on with this backstory. The fleet and the success, the whole system is in your hands.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You've
believe
gotta
in
pull this
yourself
off.
for the
Yeah.
first time.
So
we believe in you.
I do.
So,
Yeah.
Keith, you said that you were going to take a look as well. I will allow you to make a roll as well.
Oh well,
Okay.
that was my leadership role on Keith
No.
as I inspired him.
No, because there's 2 pieces of information here.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay.
all right then. I jacked the trade. I guess you'll have to subtract a little. Then it's
So
really
I-
just an 11.
Do I get intelligence with that, or
You can use
For
either
info.
intelligence or education.
okay? So that's 13.
Okay. So Ting, you get the Nobel Space Prize in in
you
figuring
go.
shit out. So you look at the data coming in from your sensors, and it looks an awful lot to you in every direction. The math is all leading that this black hole is artificial.
What?
Not that
That
it's
means
not that it's a fake black hole. It's a very real black hole. But
It's artificially created, though, huh?
the star collapsed in an artificial manner.
Well, it's too
Okay.
small. It's too small to go into a black hole by itself anyway.
Right. Something caused this that is not of a normal natural event. Now, considering that it's space, it's knowing what I know about space, saying that anything happens because it's not a natural event. The next question in my mind is, what exactly is a natural event? Because there's all sorts of weird shit that happens in space for no effing reason, you know. But this is clearly something weird. Now, in joining that hypothesis, for that diagnosis. Comes along Keith, and so Keith, you are looking at not only what Ting is looking at, but what pops out to you is the amount of gamma radiation, specifically gamma radiation, coming from the background. And you crunch some math, and you can determine that this black hole basically spills its guts at random intervals, that basically it shoots out gamma rays in a large burst periodically. And according to the math that you are crunching, it's gonna be due fairly soon.
Oh no.
Okay, maybe we should back off a bit if possible.
We
Okay,
should
well-
be cautious.
Well, what? All right. At this distance from the black hole, Keith, like from the time that the thing goes gamma until it reaches us, how much time would we have?
Well, it would be the speed of light. So, how far are we in light speed distance? Light distance?
I mean, you're
Fine.
literally talking what? Well,
Well, for
In
an
minutes?
Earth,
let's say
in
1,
Earth
2.
distance is 8.5 minutes.
Yeah, so it would take about 8.5 minutes for you to be vaporized.
So we'd have a round, a space combat round
Yeah,
before
you'd
we
have-
actually
yeah,
go
because
fuck, right?
Yeah, one round's what, 6 minutes?
Yeah. So a little more than a round. So I really suggest that we go ahead and get prepared to
Well,
jump.
Keith has
at the
already
fucking-
laid in the astrogation.
Yeah. So
Right.
so if this thing does its thing, we need to fucking jump. And so where are we going as the emergency exit? Do we have to declare that now? I would think.
Did we scan the little tiny thing that's all destroyed in front of us already? 'Cause
We
Yeah,
haven't-
that's where you're heading. That's
Yeah.
you're,
Okay.
because this planetoid is actually very near where this debris wreckage is.
Okay.
And just to be clear, we have taken a dose of anti-rads for today,
Yes.
and we have we're all suited and booted in our finest
Anti-rat equipment.
yeah, whatever the fuck we might got, but
Mine's 290.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Is Ting still online?
yeah.
You were so still. I thought.
So I'm looking up my shit.
So this,
He must have a book.
he's looking at his Surface. He's probably got his PDF open.
Yeah.
So you're talking about the radiation emergent, or maybe you're talking about that.
Anti-rad.
Yeah, hold on.
That's what I have. Yeah, I got
How
like
about
8
that?
Yeah, my rad is 275.
Mine's 290.
So are you guys suiting up in battle dress? What are you?
Well, that's
Yeah,
the
I got
best.
battle dress. It's the best they
That's-
got for anti-rad.
Yeah, that's same here. That's the best I got too. So we have whatever the ship provides, plus I think 100 from the anti-rad drugs, and then we have the whatever our suit. So I'm really rolling at 375 with the anti-rad and my full battle dress, and then whatever the ship provides. I gotta think, that's as good as it gets, I guess.
It
Right?
Yeah.
says. It doesn't say.
What the ship provides.
Yeah.
Dang.
Well, that's great.
Oh, the hull of a spacecraft decreases the radiation exposure of those inside by 500. So you guys should be fine.
Okay.
Unless it does gamma wave, right?
If it does gamma
Right.
wave, that if it goes fully gamma, then there's nothing that's gonna stop it.
What about that big planet? We
This,
got on the other side of that would I mean, because the gamma's going to come out in waves, and so if we're on the dark side of that planet, I mean, we have that as shielding from the gamma wave,
That's what
correct?
I was thinking. Like if
maybe.
if
You're
the
gonna get there
planet
in
was
8
not
minutes.
able to withstand the gamma getting, released, then it would be destroyed by now, wouldn't it? So it's still there.
Right,
That
it's
makes me
still
think
there.
it takes it pretty well.
I don't know. Nobody's taken a look really at the gas giant or the planetoids. These two, I mean, just visually you can look at them and see that whether these were actual, this one potentially could have been an actual planet. I guess they both could. They are completely stripped of all atmosphere.
Okay.
That
Yeah, I would
doesn't
think
mean
a gamma wave would wipe out like huge swaths of the gas giant as well.
Right.
Okay.
uh, I mean
Normally,
that's
gamma rays produced by black hole come from matter falling below the event horizon.
Right.
so does that mean I mean, but yeah, so would the planet shield us from
No.
a
Well,
wave or
like I said, I mean this gas giant, it is not the largest gas giant you've ever seen. It is rather small, but it does exist, which tells you that something's happened. Now, if you want to estimate, so Keith crunching the math estimates that the last time that this thing blew its top is probably about 400 years ago.
Oh, okay. And when we
okay,
say it's
so
going to go off
anything,
soon,
yeah,
what
we
does
are
that
now,
mean?
yeah, we're in a Yosemite National Park volcanic eruption type thing where, oh, it's overdue.
Right.
It's been a long time and it's really big and bad, but whatever, you know.
We don't know
Yeah,
the next
Could be
minute or
minutes,
the
could
next
be days,
20,000
could be
years.
a year.
yeah,
Right.
All right. I thought we knew down to the minute when it was coming.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
good
With that,
to know.
yeah, you put it in those kind of numbers, and I'm like, yeah, we need to keep an eye and be ready to jump. Is my advice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair
And
enough.
let's look at this debris.
I agree.
Yeah.
So we have a deep penetration scanner on this ship, if I remember correctly.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure that name alone would demand we bought that.
Let's see here. Sensors.
I wouldn't know. I wasn't here.
Yeah, I have it on my
Yeah,
sheet
I
for
think you did add it if it wasn't already there. Let's.
I remember some discussions along some upgrades, but I think I was kind of green back then, and I was trying to be the level-headed calmness that the cabinet wanted me to be.
It's a one-time deep penetration scanner.
Okay, you
That's
wrote
what
it
I've got on
down.
here.
So
Yeah, let's see here.
Devin's good at keeping
What are you
track.
going to scan? The black hole, the planet, or all that rubble, all
So
those
on
chips,
the deep
all those
penetration
dead
scanner
chips?
only works on whatever is next to the ship.
Yep. So
So
we got to
it
get.
won't work on the black hole.
Unless we
Yeah.
get real close.
So we ain't going to get close enough to the black hole to do that.
Right. Yeah.
Uh,
But we're gonna fly close to the rubble and hit them with this scan, right?
I think so.
Oh fuck! Well, I got an 8, but whew, at least I didn't get 2. I rolled 12s and I rolled 3s, but still, it's an 8.
Okay, so Beth, Ting, you're going to do the deep penetration scanner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I rolled an 8, so it's
Okay.
not as spectacular as I could have been.
And Beth, go ahead and make a piloting plus dex check.
Great.
Yeah, because you have to get us up in there for us to penetrate.
Got 10.
Okay, perfect. So after, I forget how long I said, but after quite some time, because you took the long way, you come around and you start coming into this debris field, and like I said, this debris field is spread out over a large area. Just these ships, you don't. It does. It's hard to tell if these ships at this age and having been out here so long, if all of the damage that you're seeing is from the whatever combat led to this. At this point, they've run into each other. You know that there's probably been a couple of gamma ray bursts. You don't know what led to their current state. So they're just kind of torn apart and shredded over a wide area. And you're detecting about 75 to 80,000 tons worth of just floating trash out here. But Keith, not Keith, I'm sorry, Ting, you are using deep penetration scanners. But you don't really know. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff to scan out here, and you scan a couple of them, and a lot of these sections of ship are just shredded. Like there's nothing to really deeply penetrate, but your sensors are pinging where this signal where the signal GK is coming from, and it is coming from what looks to have been originally around a 20,000 ton Sindalian Dreadnought.
And it appears to be in pieces, or
Well,
is it slightly damaged?
no, it is damaged beyond serviceable repair. In fact, it looks to have been sheared in two. The two sections are hanging in space within about 200 kilometers of one another. The aft section seems to be breaking up into smaller pieces, but the fore section seems to be intact mostly. I mean, it's got a small orbit of shit that has fallen off of it, clouded around it. But the fore section is where the signal GK is coming from, and it's very weak signal. Very, very corrupted still, even the closer you get.
What kind of drones do we have?
Yeah.
I
don't know. The Harrier by itself, standard configuration, doesn't have any probes.
Okay. Let's start out. Maybe send a repair drone. If we could get a little closer in there, maybe we could have a better signal and use a repair drone. Go look around in there.
will retrieve the signal exploring thing.
A repair drone would have the ability to, and the repair drone I have is covered on page 212 of the robot handbook.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah. Is that what size do you have?
well, aren't you? I have a medium.
Okay. So yeah. So what? So first.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna get me. He's not gonna fly in there.
Yeah, you kind of have to drop him off. But
Yeah.
What I can tell you is that your deep penetration scanner tells you that the aft section of the Dreadnought is a total loss. And what you are seeing looks like that there was a partial reactor detonation. You're seeing that portions of the hull are just completely melted. And you're seeing that what you are thinking, because you're not familiar with the layout of this ship, but what you're thinking is that the engineering section was just a complete and total loss. It's just slagged.
Right. If we used our probing boarding tube, could we board the ship without actually doing a spacewalk?
You could make another sensors. Make another sensors plus intellect or education check.
Thank you. There's a 13.
Okay. So two things. You do find that there. So the rear portion of the ship, you detect that there are. It appears you're not going to be able to really. I mean, you could use the boarding tube, but the aft section of what's left of this dreadnought is so bad that you guys are just going to be in a constant onslaught of gamma radiation every hour.
Right.
But in that detection, looking through your deep penetration scanners, you're seeing sections of the hull that looks like they've been stripped away fairly recently. You're seeing sections that look like they have been hit with a laser drill or a plasma cutter, and they've been stripped away. On the forward section of the ship, you do find that there is a point. There is actually a saying it's functional is not quite accurate. You do find that there is a section that if you wanted to use you could dock with and actually connect to a an engineering airlock in the forward section of engineering. I
We should see if
won't say that the airlock is functional, but you could dock there and move into the ship without taking a spacewalk.
okay. We should see if we can hook up with any computers and see if there's any kind of like black box situation.
Well, we're probably going to have to supply our own power, and
Yeah.
we have to assume that there's somebody active in this area. This shit being freshly stripped and everything makes me think somebody's living on the salvage. And yeah,
Wouldn't our sensors have picked that up? Though?
Our sensors wouldn't pick up life.
For real?
Yeah.
We
I
don't have
thought that was
that
like
kind
the main thing that sensors did. Okay, I was wrong.
Right.
All right.
Well, and the other thing is your sensor resolution is so bad because of all the background radiation that you practically have to be on top of things in order to see it. It's basically like
If
trying to
anybody
pick out a
lived in there.
photograph in the middle of like the white static on a TV.
Yeah, but if they do have anything living in this general debris field, and by living I mean using power, I mean I might be able to detect the power usage. Maybe I'll try that. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I want to try to detect anything that's running on power, any power sources that are being active here in the debris field,
Okay.
and that'll be a 12.
Let's see here. You are picking up faint EM readings from pretty much the different locations throughout the forward section of the Dreadnought.
Okay,
so there's some batteries or something, right?
or somebody. So we should probably be armed just for a
Oh yeah, that's our standard, is to be armed. Can I do a comms check and see if there's any kind of signals, radio signals, anything of the sort?
Sure. Go ahead and make a comms. You're gonna have to get a really high roll.
About 13.
No, you're picking up background static.
Well, I feel brave enough for it. I feel like Ting has very good sensors and stuff, so he should probably stay.
Okay.
Well, if anybody else wants to stay or go, it's up to them.
I can send some moral support in the guise of a flying gun.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will tell the flying gun to follow. Hell, I'm gonna give it to Keith to use to
All right.
Do all that. I would tell him to take flying gun and do flying gun shit.
I thought I had something.
Okay.
Well,
Robot handbook. I got one.
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess not. I thought I did. But anyways, so so is the plan to dock up with this engineering airlock, and is
I'll
that
walk
what you're
aboard.
doing, or?
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So Beth, go ahead and make a piloting plus dex check.
Here we go. Another 10.
Nice. So yeah, Beth flips the Harrier. Well, I mean, not that there is an upside down in space, but relative to this dreadnought, and she kind of connects up to the belly and gets a solid connection. Um, what are you guys doing?
Looking around in there.
Okay, so you get down, and the airlock is, like I said, it's closed. So I mean, that's kind of good. But you're not seeing visually. You're not seeing any active power to this door.
So we'll have to manually open the door.
Sure.
All right. I'll
By
do
the
that.
way, I go to the cockpit and sit in the pilot's chair.
All right. Thank you.
So Gregor, you're staying on the ship.
And
Yeah.
so am I.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna provide overwatch outside and make sure, you know.
We have to. I can jump us out as soon as they get back on board.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I have to, I can fire some of our assortment of weapons. So, you
That
know,
should work.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
should be fine.
Keith, you'll want to make a mechanic plus intellect or education check.
Okay. I got 12 on that.
Okay, so yeah, you are able to find the I guess the emergency hand crank that will open this exterior door. Keith, go ahead. Also, both Keith and Beth, you can make a recon plus intellect check.
13.
Nice.
I got 7.
So Keith is spending his time cranking this door open, but Beth, as he's cranking this iris valve open, you notice that every time he runs that crank, there is a blip of there's like a LED, like a little blip on the control panel, and showing that there is likely emergency power left in some of the battery stores.
Okay. I'll relay that to everybody. I don't know how to access said power. Maybe one of you guys
Well, I
don't
mean,
know.
Keith could make a engineering power plus intellect or education check to restore emergency power from the batteries.
True.
You have pretty good that, don't you?
Could turn on some lights or something.
Probably not enough power for that, but you can at least get the doors open and cycle the airlock.
Okay, let's do that. Let's see. So that is 6.
Looks like we're cranking the door.
No, 6 gets it. You are able to kind of tinker around and get some the emergency power up, and it is enough to slowly get this door open.
Okay, cool. What do we see inside there? I wonder.
Well, I will tell you.
Oh, cool. We get a map.
Gotta play Dora the Explorer now, motherfuckers.
That's here.
Drop the pencil thing.
Good golly.
You guys just keep doing scans, so if we have that 8-minute thing, we get
Yeah,
the fuck out of here in time.
yeah. Sounds fair to me. Don't
And
forget, they got a flying gun
I
with
was
them.
gonna say you were gonna send a flying gun, right?
Damn right.
Yeet.
And and then right at our from our airlock, if something were to try to come back through the toilet bowl, so to speak, I want to have the hand solo and hand duo, the Sindalian deathbots. I want to have them hanging out right there, running security.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, if I mean, I've established that they're next to the airlock. If you need support, I can send you support that will bring hate down upon your enemies with furious wrath and immediate judgment. I wish I could send a police bot with you, but they're so fucking big,
Yeah.
But an anti-riot device would yeah.
Those are awesome.
I know that's just a few. I can't wait to unleash that upon a world. I mean, you can paint targets for it to just annihilate, and it'll do its thing.
That'll keep all the citizens in line, and then you don't have to use it real, right?
Yeah.
So you come up through this access hatch in the floor, and you come into it's a vertical
Yeah.
shaft that goes down, connected directly to the to the to the Harrier right now. And actually, I'm going to put Gregor on the map just because.
You can't do anything otherwise, right?
Right, just in case we need to put him back here in the corner. Just in case we need him to
Roll.
yeah, to be on the initiative stack. So yeah, this is evidently this was some kind of forward engineering section. It seems to be fairly intact. The like I said, this is a vertical shaft down to the Harrier, and you've got the power enough for the doors. This door is currently closed. There is a large iris valve in the center leading out of this forward engineering section, but most of this that you're seeing. Like I said, the section itself is fairly intact. It doesn't seem like it took any direct hits, but the consoles and whatnot are a complete rat's nest. There's wires sticking out of everything. There isn't a single screen that hasn't been dismantled.
Mm.
It looks just your visual inspection tells you that somebody's been through here stripping it.
Fair enough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if somebody's alive, I'd be doing the same thing, I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay, should we open up this first door?
Certainly.
Okay.
Flying gun is kind of floating around, telling you fun facts. Like, yeah, Shaquille O'Neal never wrote letters because he couldn't end it with Love Shack because that was a B-52 song at the time.
So Beth, you're gonna try and open this iris valve.
I will. I'll give it a shot.
So, yeah, like I said, there's enough emergency power. This iris valve kind of just slowly kind of creaks open, and you can see the emergency power. There is like the strobe light effect of of flickering, almost like fluorescent lights overhead that occasionally illuminate this area. What you are seeing is a typical, or what you know now is typical of Sindalian design. Unlike modern ships or Imperial ships, the Sindalians wasted a lot of space. But what you are seeing is that this corridor is lined with a unusual for Sindalian purposes, but it's like a fairly or at one time was fairly polished gunmetal, and
What? No bronze and gold and oak and
yeah, it's not bronze and gold and oak. It does look like there was possibly some brass fittings and whatnot, railings on the walls, but there are sections where that's all missing, and it doesn't look like it's been torn off. They're just gone. You can see where the mounting brackets were, and the screws and everything that were holding it in. The whole piece is missing, and you're not seeing that there's any tapestry. There is no gravity. And you're looking out into this large corridor. Like I said, a lot of wasted space. The corridor is unnecessarily wide and large. It's just the Sindalians wanted everything to have this grand, spectacle, whether it was useful or not.
Jeez.
Their idea of a submarine would be like the size of the Titanic, because they had to have, oh, well, we have to have a grand piano because, how else are you supposed to know how fantastic we are if you don't have a grand piano in your submarine?
So from the outside, do we see anything here or over here? Or is it just like corridor with doors? Is there labeling or anything?
No labeling. There's just corridor. There's wires hanging down from the ceiling. There's all sorts of stuff floating throughout the air.
Can we continue to tell us where the signal is coming from at all in the ship, or is
That's a good question.
The closest that he can pinpoint is that it's coming from this floor section.
Okay. Well, in these situations, I always prefer to go left, but whatever you want to do, if it's with you.
yeah.
Okay. We'll probably head towards 5 then.
Why don't I...
I mean, the flying gun has it has a PRIS sensor.
Maybe we'd be able to, with like our local comms, maybe able to figure out where our signal's coming from better when we're down here. I don't know if that's a possibility, but it seems like one.
Okay.
Just making you look up all kinds of shit today.
Ting, I will allow you to make a electronic sensors plus intellect or education check.
Okay. Am I doing it from the Anubis, or is this the gun?
From the Anubis.
All right. I like being the Anubis. There you go. 13.
So you're down here. Where are you looking?
Wait, what?
We were going to start looking at number 5.
No, I'm asking Ting where he's looking.
Oh, where he's looking.
Well, I mean, if he's talking about he wants to go to number 5, I mean, I'd sure like to do a deep dive on number 5. I mean, providing overwatch and information on the area they're headed to should be my number one thing.
So using the deep penetration scanners, you look in here. You see, let's see.
Playing on the computer.
You are seeing that there are, so I mean, deep penetration scanner, You're getting a lot of background radiation, but you do see that this appears to be an armory.
That appears to be the armory there, if that's the same area you're saying you're going to go to. So they might have arms or legs.
Seems like a good place to check out first.
Really? Okay. I mean, I don't really care. I feel like we're loaded up pretty good. I want to get information more. So I think maybe we should go the other way then.
All right, Captain.
Okay. Let's head to number 6.
Okay. So, in fact,
Over. Move your clicker.
yeah, I will allow you guys to just move over.
If we have time, we'll look in the armory, but if we don't, yeah. I like my guns.
Yeah, we might be on a tight schedule here. We don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, so you guys move on over, and this door is closed.
I'll open it. It's my idea to go in here.
Okay. So you open it, and this entire area in here, as soon as you open it, you see that floating throughout the 0G in here, there is just a tangle of wires and floating debris. And you can see that it seems that somebody has taken... it looks like this room, Keith can immediately recognize it. This was the computer core. And that somebody has removed the computer core. And they appear to have done it in a rather messy fashion. And floating throughout the debris is the long dead corpse of a Sindalian technician, just kind of hangs in 0G among the tangle of wires and cables.
Do you have anything cool in his pocket?
Is he mummified after 2,000 years?
Well, he's a corpse-sicle.
There's not like any bacteria that can eat him, so he just sort of freeze-dried, floated around, I'm sure.
Yeah, I would say that by this point, unlike most, so when when explosive decompression loves you very much, yes, there is a freezing process, but it's not like what they show in most of the movies. You don't just, like, if you're breathed on, you don't just shatter. The stuff inside is usually still quite moist and disgusting. But in this case, he's been here for like 2,000 years, so yes, he would be desiccated to the point he would be frozen all the way through.
Okay. So is there anything recoverable in here?
Let's see.
They wade in there with the wires and stuff. Look around.
What did I say? I said... Okay. Hold on. Give me just a moment. I have to set something up here. A whole bunch of shit's about to happen.
Oh my. Okay. I'm prepared.
Be prepared.
Oh, they have an R2-D2. Jim page 166.
Yeah, the astromech droid?
Oh, the protocol droid.
Oh, yeah, they've got one of those too.
Does it speak
Yeah,
English?
actually, Keith has an astromech.
That's right.
Oh yeah, we
I
left it
always
behind.
forget about it.
Yeah, I don't know which ship it goes with, or We don't.
I would assume that the AX-57 follows him around all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
What's
really?
the
That's
point
so
on
cute.
yeah. You gotta have your friends.
True.
If you can't find them, you gotta make them.
It's a good mech. It has great stats.
Yeah.
We should use it more often.
Yeah.
We should be opening these doors while we sit around and rest.
Sorry, I'm trying to find some good tokens, and there just aren't any. They got rid of all my old soldier tokens, damn them.
Hmm. We just finished playing Portal with our kids. That was fun. I've been thinking about droids and AIs and stuff like that.
Okay, so Beth, Keith, and Ting's bot, you guys can all make a recon plus intellect check.
Hmm. 6. I was very poor.
Wow, I got boxcars.
Oh,
Nice. I
okay.
got an 8, but I'm probably switching between infrared and UV vision as well. You know, on a rotation.
Right.
I am a hunter,
You are a hunter.
flying
You're a
along.
pilot right now.
Well, no, I mean, I can't be Ting. I have to be the flying gun, the medium flying gun that flies around following Keith, right? Pipe's
You can
good.
still do leadership roles, all right?
I mean, I could probably give. I have a voice box on the flying gun. If the signal's there, I could give inspirational talks and
Nice.
play. I could probably stream music. You know.
Probably.
Yeah.
So Ting, you see, um, you do see movement in the tangle of wires that is in here, and when you see that,
Guess I'm floating. There is something in the wires.
Oh
Danger.
man.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
you see there is a guy in a very scrungy looking vac suit, kind of hidden in this tangle of wires, and he, because you guys did so poorly on your recon checks.
No, I got 12.
Oh, you
I
got
mean,
a 12.
actually, I
Okay,
got 15.
okay, so you are
Sorry.
not surprised.
I am though. I'm really shocked.
Yeah.
I fucked up super bad.
He would have stood out to flying gun probably. I don't know.
Because he could see the heat or something.
Yeah,
That's the
because
deal.
you know
Yeah.
he's got infrared and UV vision. I gotta think that's really hard to and heightened senses.
I guess I was just mesmerized by the desiccated corpse. What the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, and who wouldn't be?
It's medically interesting.
Everybody roll initiative.
We already rolled the same thing. Wait, 10? No.
Now I got 8, but can I apply military tactics to increase our
Sure, I
We
will.
might not even necessarily need to fight, but yeah.
I got 9.
I will allow you to do that.
Okay, I got a 15 on my military tactics roll.
Okay, so let's see
Dang.
here. Jesus Christ. So everybody's initiative can go up by. Oh, wait, that can't be right. Hold on. That would be in. So everybody's initiative except for Beth. So Ting's and Keith's can go up by 7. Gregor, what'd you get for your
9.
9? You can go up by 7.
Oh my gosh. Dang, y'all. Glad somebody's paying attention.
Well, you know, we like to do things.
Okay.
Keith is on top of shit.
All right.
right.
So Keith, you see this scavenger moving out, and he's got a very. I mean, he is armed. I mean, you think he's armed. It's hard for you to tell. You can't tell if he's holding a pistol or if it's a staple gun.
So I guess I would say drop the weapon, and raise my weapon and aim at him.
Okay. Okay. So you're probably like right here at the edge of the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and make a persuasion plus. Make a persuasion plus charm check, and you can make that with a boon. So roll
All
3
right.
and take the 2 highest.
This poor guy's
That's-
going to die of radiation pretty soon.
Yeah, there's gonna be
Yeah.
there's more to this story. Just wait.
I got 9.
Okay, so he lets go, and you can see that this quasi pistol / staple gun thing is actually a zip gun. It is a makeshift piece of. It's just a metal tube with a 8.9 millimeter round in there, and there is it looks like the spring out of a ballpoint pen has been manufactured and is holding a penny nail to the end, and there's like a piece of a speculum is attached to the bottom of the tube, and he just squeezes it, and the nail hits the back of this round to fire it. I mean, it is a scavenger weapon. Gregor, make a recon plus intellect check.
Recon.
Damn.
Boxcars. Okay. So Gregor is like side-eyeing, out the bridge windshield, kind of side-eyeing this black hole and keeping his eye on the sensors quite nervously. And you notice on the sensors that a new power source has become active, and it is brighter than the rest of the small EM spectrums that are popping up around the fore section of the ship.
Hey guys, we've got a problem here. We got somebody coming. And it's got a lot of power.
Oh no.
Or it must have been stealthed or something, I guess, for their ship. Or is it big enough of a thing to be
I can't tell.
the gamma from the?
It's not gamma. It is an EM reading.
Okay,
It is a
all right.
power source, like batteries turned on,
Okay.
like fresh batteries.
All right. So
Yeah.
it's probably this guy's ship or crew.
Okay. Well,
Let's see how badass they are. Probably not very based on the quality of this guy's setup.
No, it might be. We
well
caught him off guard.
that's
Yeah,
still
he's resourceful. I kind of admire that.
more than one of them, evidently.
True.
Mm.
Okay. So, yeah, he lets you know there is something nasty, or something is alive.
Anyway.
Ting might want to do a scan when he gets around to it.
Yeah, Ting. So Ting, you can either operate your bot, or you can take a look around with uh, your deep penetration sensors.
Well, the bot is under Keith's command.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm observing through it and all that, but I'm not necessarily controlling the bot.
Gotcha.
I told it to go because I thought because of funky waves and shit we might have a communication breakdown, and I wanted the bot to still be of use
Gotcha.
to the party, and as long as Keith can speak, the bot should kind of follow his lead, so it's not going to initiate combat. I mean it might,
So,
if he's pointing a gun, then the bot would light, with like a flashlight, not with a gun, but light up the scavenger and start issuing pre-programmed commands upon,
so regular Ting needs to get on the stack to do
yeah,
shit, right?
regular Ting up in the thing is going to hear about this power source, and he'll be like, oh yeah, well, I'm going to go ahead and scan that. And
Give me
I'll
just a
give
second. My
it-
camera's wigging out.
Okay.
There we go. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you now.
All right. That's better. Yeah, I was waiting for it to try and catch up, and instead of fixing itself, it just started getting blurrier and blurrier and blurrier. I'm like, what the hell? I'm either having a stroke or my camera's fucked up. So,
I hope not a stroke.
well, I don't know. Might be fun for a change. So, you got a 12, right?
Yes, I got a 12 on my deep penetrating scan.
So, coming from right here, your deep penetration scan is seeing that there is something, it appears to be a bot of some kind, is in a recessed section of the floor.
All right, well, you have a bot of some kind in the recessed section of the floor between areas 5 and 6. Oh.
So what is Ting's bot doing?
Ting's bot is sitting there right next to Keith. If Keith has pointed his gun at this scavenger, then the bot would, come over this way, so to have a clear line of view, and would use a flashlight to light the scavenger up, and it would start giving it advice. Resistance is futile. Attempts to cause.
Starts talking like Ed 209 from
Yeah,
RoboCop.
yeah.
I already dropped my gun.
Yeah.
You have 5 seconds to comply.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's gonna try to shoot the gun.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, that is something that's stupid and fun, but he's gonna try to shoot the thing to display a show of dominance in the area. So
Okay. Go ahead.
know,
And so the gun being rather small.
I'll take a -2. I take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say -2 is a good one.
Okay. Well, I missed.
Yeah. So, so you hear this from the scatter laser on this bot, and you know, all sorts of cables and the remnants of consoles and what have you are you know, sizzled, and the air is now filled with the acrid magic smoke of ozone. And you know, the room strobes in red laser fire, and that's about the end of it.
But yeah, and that's what it's doing. You know, attempts to harm the crew will not be taken kindly. I've been authorized to use lethal force, section 2518-392.
You're not gonna look it up.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've got the book. Ha ha. Oh shit! Behind you.
Oh no!
No, we'll have to. They're coming right for us.
So
Did they see how we're dressed? Holy crap!
your comms come alive, and there are guys behind you.
What are they
All
dressed
right.
in?
Very, very
Okay.
shoddy vac suits.
Except they put together
And do
themselves.
these have any?
There's a lot of duct tape.
And it's duct tape plus one.
Yes, it has duct tape plus one, but you can't see them because the duct tape is camouflaged. It is Duck Dynasty duct tape that you could purchase
Oh
at Walmart.
shit!
So you know
That's the serious kind.
Yeah.
that means that their guns all have double range, and they get a +1 to their armor. So yeah, these guys come out, and let's see here. Here. It's been a long time since I wrote this, so there's some of this stuff I have to. There it is. There it is. So these two guys, here and here, are armed with old Sindalian boarding guns.
Nice.
I don't know what those are. Are they super badass?
They're the ones that have that shoot the adhesive explosive. Is that right?
That would be the breaching gun. These do have a pump
Oh, they're
style
boarding guns.
undercarriage that fires a dart, and these two and these two have boarding guns, and all four of them open up with the dart
Oh, nice.
on Keith.
Oh man.
So let's see.
It's nice knowing you, Keith. We got your back.
Oh, there's
We
a
got
hit.
your back.
Wow. Okay, there's a hit. And
But he's in battle dress. What are these guys gonna do to him?
Those things are pretty badass. I don't know.
We'll see.
so this dart goes off
Yeah.
and explodes, doing 23 points of damage. I don't know if that cracks your battle dress.
It does not. I've got 26 on the battle dress.
Damn, that's really close though, which is bananas for how ghetto these guys are.
Yeah.
There's another hit.
There's a chance of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Another 23. Shit.
Hmm.
So close.
He's gonna be bruised.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's another hit
Another hit.
and a miss.
Alright.
On the other hit, only does 13. And this wall explodes. Now, these 4 explosions that go off, they all have a 2-meter range. So, I mean, not too far. Yeah, the explosion's out to here. So, yeah, you guys see these big flashes and explosions, and Keith is kind of like rocked, probably blurs his vision a bit. Beth, what would you like to do?
I hear the explosions and I look at the spell and I go, okay, it's human shield time, buddy. I'll just give him a nice hug.
Okay. So Beth goes over. Beth, make a crap. Hey, how does that work again?
Look, I don't
I think
remember.
it is a melee attacks. There we go. Make a melee unarmed check, and it is an opposed check. I don't
Okay.
think these guys. No, they do not.
I had my strength, right? Don't I?
Yeah, it would be it would be melee unarmed plus either your choice, strength or dex. And don't forget you're wearing battle dress.
Okay, yeah.
So make sure you use your modified DM.
So my modified DM would be +2 then. I think.
Is the plus.
So it's +6, but then when you add that to 9, oh, that'd be
gives you 15.
+2.
Don't
Oh,
worry, all you have
well,
to do
no.
is beat a 5.
Oh, I'm okay then. Yeah, the raw number beats it. So, 7, 8, at least 10. Yeah.
So these explosions go off. Beth runs up and grabs this guy out of the wires and pulls him, basically hugs him to her. Beth, you realize that this is actually a kid.
Oh, well, that's an even better shield. Hopefully.
He, in fact, is how old is this kid? He is. It looks like he's about 14 years old. Like his vac suit doesn't even fit very well. There's a lot of duct tape just to keep it on him.
We will find out how scummy these scavengers are very soon, I guess.
Indeed.
You
Just
all,
punch a hole in the vac suit with their knife.
Keith, you can feel in the floor that there is a vibration like something is opening. And
Because there's only a Beth
Not
box
directly
gonna come
underneath
out.
you or anything.
what comes up out of the floor over here, and I will
Oh.
show it to you. Just a better picture of it.
What in the world is a mutineer droid?
Well,
It's not good. I can tell you.
let's see.
I didn't see it in the droid handbook.
Nope. So you hear coming up out of the floor, you hear this robotic voice start saying, "You're all mutineers. Traitors will be killed." And you see this.
Like we're all on the same team now.
I think some scavengers are in trouble.
Hopefully.
This comes floating up out of the floor.
Oh, geez.
That looks pretty badass, I have to say.
Yeah.
I wish I declared ahead of time what guns
Looks
I
like a grab. Is it a grab bot?
Yes. Yep. It has twin-linked laser carbines, twin-linked flechette SMGs, and snapping out of the front of it, kind of like Maximilian from the black hole, you see these two blades flip open and start spinning. Yes.
Oh my.
Is there anything worth it on this ship? Is what I'm wondering right now.
So Keith,
Maybe.
what would you
This
like
is
to
pretty
do?
cool.
I'd get in the room.
Yeah.
And let them come in the door. Let
That's the
them come
next
in the
thing
door.
I'm gonna do. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop a grenade right here.
Dude, so you're gonna worry about the scavengers with the mutineer bot?
I don't know if the mutineer bot is going to be affected by this. Okay, maybe I should put it right there, underneath it.
Just throw it over
Just
there.
throw it right underneath it. Yeah, that's the right way to go.
Okay.
And then shove myself into this room.
Okay, so go ahead and make a athletics dex check, or just a dexterity.
Okay, so that gives me 9.
Nice. All right. Yeah, your grenade lands right where you wanted it. Go ahead and make your. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay,
What kind of grenade?
it's fine.
What kind of grenade are you tossing?
I'm using a frag grenade because that's what I've got.
Okay. So yeah.
So that's a 5D, right?
Let's see here. It says grenades. Frag is 5D and it's blast 9.
So that's 22.
Oh man, these guys are so lucky.
Wow.
Just outside of range. Wow.
Yes. So you did 22. Which means it will take. All right. Whoops. Damn it. So your grenade blows, and you hear the robotic voice go, "Ow! That was unwise, traitor." So you
All
move
right.
inside the room. Gregor, make another recon plus intellect check.
Nine.
So Gregor, you're picking up a blip on the passive sensors. And like 1 minute it's there, the next minute it's gone because the background radiation is just wreaking havoc. But you're picking up a blip. Looks like something is coming towards you from the planetoid. It's coming from the planetoid towards the wreckage. If you would like, you can make you can make a electronic sensors plus intellect check if you want, or you can pass the information along. It's up to you.
King, we got a intermittent signal coming in. It may be approaching us.
Thank you. I'll see if I can get some information on that very soon.
Okay, so Ting, if you'd like, you can make an electronic sensors plus.
I only got a +1 to roll on that.
I'll give you my sensors, and then I want to tell Han Solo and Han Duo to go provide aid and assist and remove all threats from the area that are not on our crew.
Okay.
Oh man, I thought we could recruit a bunch of people. That's really wishful thinking, isn't it?
Well, we'll
Scavengers? I
see.
don't think we're going to recruit them.
We'll
They
see
would
how it
be like
works
such
out.
good pirates. They really would.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe they'll give up. I mean, you always as the captain. I mean, they will be programmed to stop when you say stop. I mean, these Sindalian bots are.
When they come straight out, they're gonna see the mutineer droid first, though, aren't they?
Yep, and they're gonna go after this mutineer droid as the biggest threat.
What kind of bots are those?
Sindalian death bots.
Nice, gotcha.
They're on page 140 of the robot handbook.
They most certainly are.
They will, yeah. If they can come out and fire at the mutineer droid, that is what they'll do.
So they will be available next round. You can go ahead and roll. Well, hold on.
I don't know how many hits that fucking bullshit mutineer droid does, but I'm gonna fucking if that thing is there doing stuff,
What are their names?
Han Solo and Han Duo.
How appropriate.
Well, Han 3O is in the palace, and Han Quadro has never been fully hacked. So in theory, that one's just sitting.
So next round, you can roll their initiative now, and
I'm gonna give them
you
the
had them
same.
ready. So
Yeah, I'm gonna give them the same initiative if that's okay. These guys aren't as military stacked as my gun.
no, you need to roll their initiative.
Oh, both of them.
Yeah, they're each gonna have their own initiative.
Okay, so I've got 7 and 7. They have the same initiative whether you like it or not.
All right. Okay, so these guys. All right.
And then did I roll? I rolled a 12 on my scan of the incoming ship.
Okay. So you scan and you pick up that there is a. You pick up a intermittently through the background radiation. It does appear that there is a small craft that has left the planetoid and is making its way to the debris field. It is not in any kind of hurry, but intermittently you're picking up. It looks like this is a slow pinnace.
I'll say yeah. There's
It's on
a
page 140,
slow
143 in the High Guard update.
looks like a slow pinnace coming in. If
Yeah, it's 40 tons.
yeah.
How many people can that carry usually?
Quite a few, actually. It depends on if it's configured for cargo or passengers, but generally, it's got 30.8 tons of cargo space.
Yeah, man, I want to go ahead and throw the laser lock on it. I guess I might have to wait till next round.
Yeah,
but...
next round. I mean, it's a ways out there. It's gonna this thing. It's got thrust 3, but I mean, it's not jump capable. It is a small craft.
This is a sign that there are. I will make sure the captain and everybody knows that this is a sign that there is current life on the planet. If this pinnace is coming from there, you're not living in a pinnace. Really, it's coming out here though.
They must be so irradiated.
Right, they're coming right for us.
It's coming right for me. So
It's coming right for me. Boom, boom, boom.
What is Ting's bot doing?
Ting's bot is hearing explosions and shit coming out, and it's just gonna kind of immediately strafe. It's got tons of movement. Let's look. It's like 8 meters movement. So yeah, no problem. I'm just gonna kind of come here, pause, and then like shoot this guy, and then fly on by, and say something to the effect of uh, resistance is futile. You will be assimilated. As I missed totally,
Yeah.
you know,
So
and
you chew up this wall with laser fire, and strafe over to the other side. And there, over the static of comms, you can hear over the open band, you can hear Jesus Christ, they've got one too, and you can hear over the comms, you hear a man's voice, and he says, um, "Well, it seems that we have a common enemy. Over."
I don't know whose turn it is to talk or not, but I mean
Anybody
I'm
can respond.
oh. Uh, Are you talking about the mutineer droid?
That would be affirmative. Sorry that we fired on you. You've got my boy in there.
Oh yeah.
I
Well,
will set him down unharmed, and let's try and take down the mutineer droid if we can.
you can refer to him a man after today.
So let's see. These guys.
Well then,
Let's
yeah.
see here.
Well, we'll know by their actions, on how they do it.
These guys.
Beth, you got to send that kid into combat with that gun. You got to tell him he's got to prove his worth by hitting that thing.
I was gonna tell him to stay in the corner.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, I guess.
he's gonna get his shit rocked.
Well, better him than you.
Mm. I got pretty good armor.
This guy is reloading his dart round. This guy is going to provide cover fire. And is
Oh,
going to fire on burst mode with auto 5 on the mutineer droid. Two. Hey, he hits.
I don't know. That's the first time I've missed and
Oh, shit.
intimidated somebody. So.
So this guy cuts loose with his boarding gun on burst fire. You hear, "Brap!" And I mean, basically, this thing is almost like an MG11 with, but super compact. It's got the round magazine that fits on top. Super high rate of fire, and you just hear this thing, "Burt!" and rip loose, and you see sparks and whatnot fly off of the armor of this droid, and the droid takes no damage. This guy, who can be renamed actually. What was it? He moves here and is reloading. This guy is also reloading. This guy, he's got a shot. Now him how to safe shot.
Yeah.
He's reloading this guy. He's going no that far and is reloading his dart round. Okay. That's what they're doing. And this guy can also be renamed. Okay. Captain Beth, what are you doing?
I'm setting the kid down,
Okay.
and I bought a gun a long time ago, and I only used it like 1 or 2 times, and I think I want to use it again. But if I move over here and open the door, can I still use a gun, or is that too many actions?
I'm sorry, where are you going?
Um, like,
Like over here?
yeah, that's where I was gonna click. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got emergency power to the doors. Make a recon plus intellect check.
12.
Okay, so on the 12, as you set this kid down, the kid says sorry, he didn't mean to point the zip gun at you, and you can see, and he tells you that his name is Athel, and he, looking through his faceplate, you can tell that he's been here too long. You can see that
Oh,
there are just through the faceplate. You can see that there are bald patches on some of what hair you can see. His hair is very thin. You can see that there's some lesions on his face.
oh no, that's awful. Okay.
So yeah, you can move and you can open that door and open fire if you'd like.
Okay. I'm gonna do that then. Let's see here. Okay. Oh no, that's not good. Okay. Uh, I think that makes 6 altogether.
Ugh. What were you firing?
A cryo gun.
Oh, well, yeah, this whole area fills up with, it looks like when you open up, it's a hot day and you open up the ice cream door at the AM PM, and the smoke comes out. That's the whole hallway just kind of fills up, but it doesn't do anything.
Damn it.
The mutineer droid,
Hopefully it shoots at me rather than their shitty spacesuits.
I have a feeling that it's gonna crack open battle dress.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, hopefully it shoots at their shitty spacesuits instead of me.
Oh, I agree. Or little Timmy. That'd be cool if it went immediately for the kid, because it's into psychological warfare too. Probably got a few attacks. It's got like 4 or 5 guns on it.
Yeah,
Man,
it's
that
gonna
would have been
shoot
cool if I
this
did.
guy with its twin-linked laser carbines.
Bow, bow, bow.
Fucking, it missed. So yeah, it drills this wall with these twin-linked laser carbines, and then promptly moves like right in front of him. And those blades go snap, start spinning. What does Han Solo do?
Han Solo can go on the offensive at this moment.
Yeah.
Is he's just now arriving to the scene. He can go 8 meters. So, oh yeah, he is going. He's gonna go right up here.
You've been waiting for a chance to use these second.
Oh fuck yeah, man! And he's, you know,
You've just been collecting an army of robots. Yes, go, Krieger bots.
and I will send them in to do my bidding. But yeah, he is gonna launch into this guy with his light plasma gun and the twin link laser carbine. He's gonna shoot both of those.
Well, you can pick. Well, if you if you start with the plasma gun, you get it at full. You get your normal attack. If you also want to go with the twin link laser carbines, you're at -1 because you're doing multiple attack actions.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll do both attacks at -1 then, right?
No, the first attack's normal. Second attack's at -1.
All right. Well, then we'll do the plasma gun with a miss at 7, and then the light carbine will miss, and that ends the
Yeah.
turn.
Okay, so yeah, the ceiling is all kinds of tore up. What
Yeah.
does Han Duo do?
Han Duo will be like moving forward and be like, no, this is how you shoot a plasma gun, and he will hit with a 10,
Okay.
I believe.
Okay.
And so that is 6d damage.
Hold on, let me
Plus
find
2.
the death bot. See, he's a military bot.
He's on page 140 of the robot handbook.
There he is.
Yeah.
So yes, light plasma gun is 6d damage.
Yeah. And then +2 for my effect,
Yep.
I'm guessing.
Yep.
So 27.
Okay, so he will take 17. Okay. So that plasma gun nails him, and you see a shower of sparks, and it kind of the bot bobs back from the blow. There's smoke pouring out of every orifice of this robot.
And then the twin linked laser carbine at 4d +4.
Yep.
With an effect of 2,
So
so
they're
that's
twin links.
+6.
So yes, 4d +4. You're right.
$19.
Nice.
I did +6 because I got an effect of 2, so I added that.
So yeah, he takes another 9 points of damage from that, and the twin linked laser carbines trash this bot and put it down.
Awesome.
Nice.
And as it's sinking to the floor, it says, "Two brothers," and dies.
The Han Solo and Han Duo will play an epic Star Wars theme, where one of them plays the higher notes and the other one plays the Da-da-na-na, and they'll like circle around the death bot, celebratory victor
So
plasma gun.
this lead guy, he tells you, he apologizes. All the scavengers lower their weapons, and he apologizes to you for
the death bots annihilate them.
Well, he apologizes to you for his guys attacking. He says that all he knew is that his boy he is the adopted father of Apple, and introduces himself. His name is Vikand Devant. He is the colony administrator for colony X521200-8. And he says he apologizes profusely. He says we don't get many visitors out here, as you can likely imagine. He says we are a colony of a small salvage co-op based out of Palindrome. And he says we were all stupid enough to agree to sign on for a length of time to be out here. The length of time was supposed to be 1 year. He says we've actually been out here for 2 years and 6 months. He says
Oh, gee.
the whole goal is, of course, he says, I don't know if you've been to Palindrome. He says, but if you're not a member of the pirate bands that are friendly with her ladyship that rules Palindrome, he says the normal common man that lives on Palindrome doesn't fare very well, and you got to take what work you can. And so we were under the hopes, he says, my wife and I signed on thinking that maybe, we could get some decent salvage out here and, try to get rich and be able to get off of Palindrome. And just so far, that hasn't really happened, he says. But he says, we are hopeful that our relief ship should be here in about another 6 months. So, that'll be 3 years, which is the ultimate length of the possible stay. So he says we've got our fingers crossed.
Do they all look radiation ravaged or just the sun?
Yes. So looking at these guys, all of them show that they've got signs of they've been out here too long. They've all got, you can see even on Vikend and a couple other. Vikend looks a little bit better than some of the other ones, but like one guy, you look through the faceplate of his vac suit and you can see that there is a fucking tumor on his neck that you can see through the faceplate into his helmet.
And how many is this the entire crew of the scavenger?
Oh no, this is only part of the colony. He says, but he says that like you said, there should be a relief ship cycling out employees in about 6 months, he would imagine. But he says, right now, he says there should be, and he checks his mobile comm on his suit and says, yeah, there should be a slow pinnace inbound to pick us up. He says we would he said normally we would leave the pinnace here, or just dock it and do our business and then load up the pinnace. But right now we're down to only one docking pad on the colony, and so the pinnace, both of our pinnaces are needed around the colony for doing work. So I'm trying to maximize their use and and with limited downtime.
I was wondering if they had already taken the computer core or sold it off somewhere, or if it was still available.
So
there's a slow pinnace on the way out here from wherever
yeah,
they're planning.
Yeah, he says that they had already they'd already offloaded the computer core back to the colony, but they came back, and he says that. So he explains. He says that we're not really all the best at. Obviously, we're not all the top of the line geniuses that might be out here doing this kind of work. And he says, going to be real honest, the 14-year-old Athel is our computer expert, and he was looking for something specific that he needed. He needed a memory crystal in order to get the core to work.
Oh,
so
okay.
We decided to bring him back with us because the kid knows what he's looking for.
Yeah, we're real curious what's on the computer core. The information is the main thing that we were coming out here to look for. So as far as scavenging stuff, we could pay you a fair price for it or help you find the crystal.
So he says he offers to. I mean, if you want to join his, it's going to be another couple of hours before the pinnace gets here. He says we've got some time to look around and loot what's left of this ship, and you know, he offers to have you join his scavenger crew. He said, "We know the place pretty much inside and out. We can show you around."
Cool. We just want to know what happened here mostly, don't we?
He said, "Well, the bridge is directly straight ahead. Area number 1." He says, "is the bridge."
All right, let's go to that bridge.
So we will pick this up next week at 7 o'clock on Wednesday night, and we will figure out further what's going on with the Dreadnought.
This is awesome. Thank you, everybody.
You're
Right.
welcome. All right, have a good
good
night,
night.
guys. I will
Good
see
night.
you next week.
Maybe I'll get out of the pilot chairs eventually.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, you mean, you know, now that you know that there's not anything dangerous coming. I mean,
Except for radiation waves.
except for a radiation wave.